Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about how do you price your course, your membership website? How do you price your courses? It's always a difficult subject. Nobody gets this right the first time, so I think I can share some great advice with you. We've helped tons of customers that host and run their membership businesses on WP-Tonic. I'm going to go through the main options with you. I'm sure you're going to find it useful. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. Coming back, folks. So how do you price your first course or your first couple courses? Everybody struggles with this. I think I've got some great insight. So let's start off with really is the classical option one, which is competitive pricing. Basically, you do research on the competition. You look at their pricing structures, their membership structures. You look at what they offer at the different levels of subscriptions, and then you look at 3 or 4. I would suggest that you don't look at more than that. Also, you can't do this purely on mathematics, because it really depends on how long that course has been running. How much influence does the main individual who's running the membership website or the organization has? There are many elements that can influence what a particular individual organization can charge around a particular course. But as long as you keep that, and I would suggest that you really look at individuals that have a reasonably established course, but aren't have an enormous audience, because you're probably not going to be one of those individuals. So keep that in mind. But on the other hand, don't look at 10 or 20, because you're just going to get more and more confused. It's in the selection of those 3 to 4 that you're going to do a dive is what the time should be spent on. Hopefully I've explained that coherently, because if if you look at too many in the second stage, you're going to cause confusion. You should study to find 3 or 4 that match where you are to some degree or where you want to go, and be realistic about that, and then look at their pricing structures. So that's the classical one. The other one is value added, value pricing. Now, what that means is if you've got a course that, let's say, I'm going to just take an example out of mind. Let's take accountancy. Somebody is trying to become a CPA. They're taking their state or national CPA tests. They're failed the first time. They need to pass the second time. You've got a course aimed at getting people that have failed their first CPA exam, or they're midway through the process, and you can show you've got the experience, you can show through testimonials that your process is rational and can really help. That's worth a lot to a particular individual that spent a lot of money trying to get to the standard where they can pass the CPA exam, right? They are highly motivated to pass because they invested a lot of time and money in trying to pass that exam. So if you can offer them a course at a price that matches what the value they would get in getting the end result, and you can show them as best you can, nothing is guaranteed in life, but if you can show that you've got the experience and you got the results with other people, that that offering is worth a lot more than another type of course that might, and I'm not being disparaging here, shows you a different way of knitting a different style of knitting. And I want to add that I know nothing about knitting. So I can't be disparaging because I know nothing about it. So it's just coming straight out of my head. Now that's the reason why I chose that, and I've got nothing against knitting, is it's a hobby to some degree. There's people that got massive businesses in the knitting industry, but overall it's a hobby. So that cannot offer the kind of value that passing a CPA exam can. Can you see where value pricing comes in these scenarios and how that can give you a guide? Another, and I want to point out there that I've written an article. You find the link in the description where I'll go through a number of pricing structures. There's a number of them out there, and it really depends on what kind of course you're running. So I didn't want this video to turn into War Beast, so I can't go through it all there, but I've written a really detailed article about this, and like I say, you find the link in there. Just to finish it, there's also a hybrid. You can mix value with competitive analysis, and that's probably a good idea, whatever mixture of pricing structures you're going to go for. Hopefully you found this useful. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That really encourages me to make more of these videos, and it's a great way of showing your support. If you've got any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. I always read them, and I always try and answer anybody that's got any questions. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.